Welcome back to our channel, Coin Enthusiast. Today we're diving into the world of British 2p coins, one of the most iconic coins in the United Kingdom. From their introduction during decimalisation in 1971 to rare collectible editions, the 2p coin has a story to tell. We'll explore its design, historical background, and even how much your coins could be worth today. Whether you're hunting for a rare gem or just love learning about coins, stay tuned. This is your ultimate guide to British 2p coins. Let's get started. First up, the 1989 British 2p coin belongs to the era known as the pre-1992 bronze coinage period, when these coins were still made from 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, giving them that rich brownish tone many collectors love. In 1989, the Royal Mint produced millions of these coins, and although it's not considered a rare year, it's still part of an important generation of British coinage because this was before the metal composition change in 1992, when the mint switched to copper-plated steel due to rising metal costs. That means your 1989 2p coin is made of real bronze, something collectors appreciate when they want older, original-type British pennies. The obverse of the 1989 coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, specifically the third portrait sculpted by Raphael Maklauf, which was introduced in 1985. This design shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem and appears more stylized and elegant compared to the earlier Arnold Machin portrait. This image remained in use until 1997, and the 1989 coins represent the middle of that era. The reverse side displays the iconic badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 feathers emerging from a single coronet, accompanied by the motto, I Sich Dain, which means I serve. It's a symbol deeply rooted in medieval English royal history, making the coin a tiny piece of a centuries-old tradition. When it comes to the historical background, the British decimal 2p coin was first introduced in 1971 as part of the major decimalisation process. The design and size remained unchanged all the way through the 1980s, and by 1989, the coin had become a familiar everyday piece of currency used across the UK. What makes the late 1980s 2p coins appealing to collectors today is that they offer both modern affordability and old-style charm. They also represent the stable years of the British economy under Queen Elizabeth II's long reign, which adds an extra layer of interest for history collectors who want coins from significant political and social eras. Now let's talk about value, which depends heavily on condition. Since your coin is described as old condition, meaning circulated, worn, or showing age, the value is generally modest. Typically, a 1989 British 2p in old circulated condition sells for 5 cents to 10 cents USD, mostly as a collectible or for people who assemble date runs. Some UK collectors pay around 10p to 20p in local currency for worn examples. The value increases slightly if the coin has even wear, original bronze color, and no major damage. In uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated conditions, collectors might pay around $1 to $2, but that usually applies to mint-state examples, not old ones. Although the old condition 1989 2p coin is not rare or extremely valuable, it still has collector significance for several reasons. First, it's part of the pre-1992 bronze era, and collectors often like to complete full-year sets of these coins. Second, coins from the 1980s are starting to gain nostalgic value, especially for people who grew up using them. Third, many collectors around the world enjoy British coins for their royal designs and historical aesthetic, and the 1989 penny fits perfectly into beginner and intermediate collections. So while it won't make you rich, it absolutely has numismatic value and interest. Another fun detail about the 1989 British 2p coin is that despite being a common year, many have aged differently depending on how they were stored. Some develop deep chocolate brown toning, others show greenish patina from moisture, and some still shine if preserved well. These variations make your coin unique, even if it's not rare. In old condition, these natural aging marks actually add character and charm, often making the coin more visually interesting and giving it that vintage look collectors enjoy. In terms of international value, especially in the United States and Asian markets, British coins like this often sell in small lots or as part of Old World coins bundles. Individually, the 1989 2p might go for 5 to 15 cents USD, but when included in mixed collector sets, its value can increase slightly because buyers love coins featuring Queen Elizabeth II. Many collectors across the world appreciate UK decimal coins because of their consistent design, copper tones, and royal symbolism. So even a simple old 1989 2p coin has global appeal. If you're planning to showcase this coin on your channel, it helps to mention that the British 2 pence series holds a special spot in one of the most well-known UK coin errors, the 1983 new pence error, where some coins were mistakenly struck with the old wording. Even though this does not apply to 1989, collectors sometimes look through 2p coins in hopes of finding something special. Including your 1989 coin in a coin review or educational video can attract viewers who are enthusiastic about British numismatics, especially when you talk about history, composition, and value over time. If you're presenting this as a script, this is the moment to add your call to action. You can say something like, if you enjoyed learning about the 1989 British 2 pence coin and want more videos about rare coins, old coins, UK decimal coins, and collectible currency values, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next upload. Every subscription helps the channel grow and allows us to continue bringing you detailed coin histories and price guides. Let me know in the comments what coin you want me to review next. This creates engagement and helps you connect with your viewers while closing out the video in a professional way. Next up, the 2 pence coin was introduced in 1971, during the decimalisation of British currency, replacing the old pre-decimal system with a more modern structure. By the time we reached 1990, the UK had already adjusted to decimal currency for nearly 2 decades. The year 1990 was still part of the era when Queen Elizabeth II's second portrait, designed by Raphael Maklauf, was featured on circulating coins. This portrait shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem and is often remembered for its refined, almost sculptural style. The reverse of the coin still carried the original decimal design, featuring the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, along with the motto Ich diene, meaning I serve. The reverse design of the 1992 2p coin was created by the talented artist Christopher Ironside, who designed most of the initial decimal coinage series. The design is simple yet elegant, symbolizing the long-standing tradition of the Prince of Wales. The obverse, meanwhile, uses Maklauf's portrait, which replaced Arnold Mackin's earlier portrait in 1985. The coin was struck in bronze, made primarily of copper, tin, and zinc. It weighs 7.12 grams, measures 25.91 millimeters, and has a smooth edge. These specifications stayed consistent until 1992, when the metal composition changed to copper-plated steel. Because the 1990 coin predates the change, it is still part of the original bronze era, which many collectors prefer. The 1992 2p coin was minted in very large quantities, as the Royal Mint needed enough coins to support daily circulation throughout the UK. Because of the high mintage numbers and continuous availability of the 2p denomination, the 1990 version is not considered rare. However, coins from this era are steadily becoming harder to find in nice condition due to heavy use and general wear. Most examples still seen today are worn, scratched, or discolored, so a coin in fine or very fine condition already displays better eye appeal than the majority of those still circulating. Your coin is described as being in fine condition, which means it shows moderate wear from circulation but still retains clear details in both the portrait and reverse design. In fine condition, some of the finer details may be slightly flattened, but the lettering, feathers, and diadem should remain visible and well-defined. Fine condition is a middle grade, not pristine like uncirculated but not poor either. Collectors often look for coins in the highest grades, but fine condition coins from high mintage years like 1990 still have educational and collectible value, especially for set builders, students, and new collectors. Because the 1992 2p coin is a common date with high mintage, its collector value in fine condition is generally modest. In the UK collector market, this coin typically sells for around 5 pence to 20 pence depending on eye appeal, metal shine, and whether the coin has any unusual toning. Uncirculated examples may reach £1 or slightly more, but only when they are truly flawless. For everyday circulated versions, the value remains close to face value, but collectors often keep them due to their bronze composition, which is no longer used for 2p coins struck after 1992. For viewers outside the UK, especially our collectors from the United States, the 1990 British 2p coin in fine condition usually converts to about 5 cents to 25 cents USD. The price fluctuations depend on exchange rate, listing fees on sites like eBay, and whether the seller groups multiple coins together. A single 2p coin rarely sells alone overseas unless part of a set, but collectors in the US enjoy buying these older bronze coins since production metals changed in the early 1990s. Rare errors can bring higher values, but normal circulation examples remain low value yet interesting additions to international coin collections. So why do collectors keep a 1992p coin if it's not rare or high value? The answer lies in history and composition. Many collectors enjoy preserving coins from the Bronze era, as these coins have a more premium feel compared to the steel-plated versions. Additionally, coins bearing the Maklauf portrait form an important chapter in the timeline of Queen Elizabeth II's nearly 7 decades on the throne. Beginners love adding this coin to their collection because it's affordable, while advanced collectors like completing year-by-year albums. Plus, UK decimal coins are international favorites due to their royal symbols and artistic designs. If you own a 1992 pence coin in fine condition, keep it safely in a protective sleeve or album page. Exposure to humidity can cause bronze to tarnish or develop verdigris over time. Always avoid cleaning the coin as cleaning reduces collector value. The best approach is to document your coin, note its condition, and compare it with higher-grade examples so you can eventually upgrade your collection. Even though it's not a high-value piece, it is still part of UK numismatic history and contributes to a complete decimal collection, especially for those assembling coins minted during the late 20th century. This detailed breakdown of the 1990 British 2p coin. If you enjoyed learning about the coin's history, condition, design, and collector value, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps the channel grow and allows us to bring you more in-depth videos about British, European, and world coins every single week. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. And if you have a special coin you want featured, whether rare, old, modern, or unusual, drop a comment below and I'll make a full video about it next up. The British 2p coin was first introduced in 1971 during the UK's transition to the decimal system, replacing centuries of complex pre-decimal denominations. The goal was to simplify currency and make it more compatible with modern economics. The 1997 version of the 2p coin belongs to the first generation of fully copper-plated steel coins, a major shift away from the earlier bronze composition used from 1971 to 1991. This change was introduced due to rising metal costs, and by 1992 the Royal Mint had adopted copper-plated steel as the standard material. So by the time the 1997 issue rolled out, the coin was well established as part of the new metallic identity of the United Kingdom's circulating currency. The obverse of the 1997 2p coin features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by artist Raphael Maklauf, a design used from 1985 to 1997. This portrait is known for its regal and elegant depiction of the monarch, with the tiara clearly rendered in fine detail. On the reverse of the coin, you'll find the classic badge of the Prince of Wales, consisting of the ostrich feathers emerging from a single coronet accompanied by the motto, Ich diene, meaning I serve. This design, created by Christopher Ironside, symbolizes dedication and royal service, values deeply rooted in British heritage. The familiar phrase new pence was no longer used at this time, as the coin simply read 2p. The 1997 mintage of the 2p coin was part of a period in which the Royal Mint was producing currency in very large quantities to replace older worn coins and to meet circulation demands. While this means the coin itself is not considered rare, the year 1997 is notable because it was the final year featuring the Maklauf portrait before switching to the portrait by Ian Rank Broadley in 1998. Collectors often appreciate transitional periods in coinage because they represent artistic and historical changes, making the 1997 issue special in terms of numismatic cycles, even if it's common in quantity. When we talk about a very good condition 1997 2-pence coin, we mean the coin shows moderate signs of circulation but still retains clear date markings, a readable legend, and visible design details. It may have minor wear, light scratches, or small dull patches, but no major dents or corrosion. For collectors, condition is everything. Uncirculated coins command higher prices, while circulated coins like those in very good condition typically sell for modest amounts. However, such coins are still important for completing year sets and offering historical context to the full sequence of British 2p issues. Now let's discuss the value of this coin in the UK market. A 1997 British 2-pence coin in very good condition typically has a collector value between 5 pence and 20 pence. The low value is mainly due to the high mintage and the fact that many examples survive in decent condition. That said, collectors who are building full year-by-year decimal collections will often pay small amounts for specific dates to complete their albums. If the coin was uncirculated, the value could rise to around £1 to £2, but in average circulated condition, its price remains modest. For viewers outside the UK, especially coin hobbyists in the United States, the 1997 2p coin in very good condition usually sells for around 10 cents to 25 cents USD, depending on the buyer and the platform. On some online marketplaces or collector forums, coins in better condition or bulk lots may attract higher interest. American collectors often enjoy British decimal coins because they offer affordable entry points into world coin collecting, especially with iconic designs like the Prince of Wales badge. Even though the 1997 British 2p is not rare or highly valuable, collectors appreciate it for several reasons. First, it represents a key moment in British monetary history following the shift to copper-plated steel. Second, it marks the final chapter of the Maklauf portrait era, which lasted over a decade. Third, common coins like these form the foundation of educational sets used to teach children about numismatics. And finally, they serve as reminders of evolving national identity, royal symbolism, and artistic traditions that have shaped British coinage for generations. Here's a fun fact: because the 1997 2p is made of copper-plated steel, it is magnetic, unlike the older bronze coins minted before 1992. Many collectors test their coins with a magnet to quickly determine whether a particular coin is bronze or steel. Additionally, the 2p coin has maintained its diameter of 25.9 mm since 1971, making it one of the few UK coins that has remained unchanged in size throughout its history. These small details make even common coins like the 1997 2p interesting pieces of British numismatic culture. Before we wrap up this detailed exploration of the 1997 British 2-pence coin, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into rare coins, common circulation finds, and the fascinating history behind world currency. Drop a comment below if you have this coin in your collection, and tell us what year of British 2-pence you want us to cover next. Your support helps us bring you more insightful numismatic content every single week. Thanks for watching, and keep collecting.